And the Mortgage Geek is here, everybody, here on Smart San Diego Productions, guaranteed to make you smarter than everyone else. We are here to talk about the refi boom.
Boom.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
What's taking place right now in the marketplace? First of all, the market
Frenzy.
is just on fire.
Yeah.
Inventory is getting gobbled up. People are buying houses left and right. Interest rates are low. People are refinancing left and right.
It's crazy.
It's like everyone was concerned, myself included.
I was too. Are you kidding me?
Man, it's the dark days. Are they here?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, giddy up.
This is always what happens before that happens.
I know. That's true.
Yeah. The train is going into a wall.
I hope that you're wrong.
It just takes a long time to get there. So that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yes, will the market correct itself at some point? Sure. But could it be 5 or 6 years from now?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Who cares?
It could
we
be.
Don't know.
It could be. Well, all I know is that right now, the stock market is on its way to another all-time high. It looks like it's trying to make it.
So the stock market's to the moon.
Interest rates are down.
The bonds are going.
Somebody's wrong.
It's amazing. It's a perfect world.
It really is.
It's a perfect world. And I was talking to a borrower last night. The appraised values are so high. So it's like literally the perfect world. The rates just got slammed. The values are high. And the stock market is up. So everyone's stoked. Yes. I've never seen so many open house signs. Just like driving up and down. I mean, they're just like, remember like back in the day, they were just like, each corner was just crowded. So people started putting the sticks in so that their open house flyer was higher than the metal graded ones. Like, we back, people.
Well, I think what you're saying, not only a lot of open houses, but the open houses are busy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing that's a real indicator that the market has heated up. And also, it tells us a couple things. Number one, interest rates is what moves this market. When interest rates go down, everything goes bonkers.
Absolutely.
When you get down into the threes, you see a lot of people get very, very motivated. They get off the fence. They start taking action, both on the purchase side and on the refinance side.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing that happen right now. The divergence in the stock and bond market is a weird conundrum because stocks are kind of like, that's where risk is, right? Bonds, no risk.
Yeah.
So you see both going
Opposite
really
direction.
well.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, the market's confused. Should we be risk on or risk off? And that's the thing that will come to a head at some point. We'll see. My guess is that stocks go down, bonds go up, mortgage rates go down, potentially further, or stay where they're at, which would also be great.
Yeah.
But I think there's protection there.
Well, also what is weird is the last time I didn't check my numbers before I came here, but I remember like 2013, end of 2012 and 13, right? When the rates were like really low. We were still coming out from, the crash of the market. So like people were still a little hesitant. We are so far away from that point. The
stock market's doubled since
just
then,
so many good, years that people are feeling great. Now it's just like people are feeling amazing. They're on top of the world and they have lower interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, why not? This is like in the early 2000s when people were just, having the best time of their life.
It really, what it
We're
does,
almost back there.
it really is.
Yeah.
Because it is the perfect storm. As you mentioned, it is like everything falling into places. If you're a move-up buyer, for example, even a move-down buyer, typically you move up or down the same market, you're going to win on one, lose on the other. You get the low interest rates. You get the opportunity to sell right now. Great time to sell. Great time to sell. Lots of activity. Lack of inventory is back again. Rates are low. Buyers have more buying power. Great time to sell. They're not going to fist fight you over a couple grand anymore.
No, they're not.
So you've got a great time to sell. But then also as a buyer, you have those same low interest rates that you get to take advantage of as well. So a great opportunity for people who are selling and buying in the same market, which has been troublesome.
Yeah.
Those people have been caught in a catch-22 for a long time when the market was doing really well and rates weren't that great. So now that they're back, it really provides an opportunity for those people to move up or move down and feel really good about it.
Yeah, people are stoked.
I know, it's great. Isn't it?
Everybody that I talk to, it's like a 10-minute phone call. And yes, they are my past client, right? So it's not on the other side of my lead gen. The lead gen is converting really, really well too. So it's kind of, when you see the lead gen converting that well, then, you know, at 29%, some of the leads that are coming in to do an application or start the application, that's amazing. And especially like past clients. So like if loan officers are not just completely taking advantage of talking to every single one of their past clients right now, like they're just losing out on just money for no reason. It's just like, don't go and take an hour lunch today, you know? Like it's time to get dirty.
That's right.
Work hours and hours. So I was telling my team, I was like, expect me to work 14 hours a day, because that's where I'm literally going to be.
Yep. And
I'm back.
There's no better time to do it than right now if you're in the industry. That's for sure. It's a huge opportunity. We are live here on Facebook. If you want to drop some questions for the Mortgage Geek or share this video, make your friends smarter than everyone else. Quick comment here from Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Rand Potney there. He says, I love these guys. I'm so happy you have this platform to create the urgency or caution. So happy the market is surged right before the summer this year compared to last year.
I agree.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of caution last year, a lot of concern. What's really interesting, though, is that despite the tariffs, the trade wars, the impending presidential election next year, a lot of like little red flags out there, the market's still like...
I think that that's actually helped. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, I don't always agree with everything about Donald Trump, okay? But
no one does.
I want to be honest. You don't become a billionaire for no reason. Like, you are very, very financially intelligent, okay? Someone can give you $1 billion, and if you're not financially intelligent, you will not double or triple, let alone 10x that money.
Right.
You see what I mean? So, and I'm not supporting, but I'm saying, like, in the back of my mind, I'm saying that the government kind of has a plan to ride this through 2020. And I think that they were just holding, and then we're going to come. And
You could be right. You could be right.
It's just a thought, because everything's just kind of like falling into piece. Like,
well, there's talk of the Fed lowering rates, which I think is crazy.
I heard somebody talking about QE4 coming out. Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Fed buying mortgage bonds?
Yeah, to keep them as low as possible.
Wow. If they pull that off, then we could see an absolute frenzy.
Yeah.
For
correct.
years.
Correct.
If there's QE4.
Years.
I'm saying that it's crazy if they even just cut rates a quarter, because it's not necessary.
Well, it's not even necessary where they are right now.
That's what I mean. Like, why would they take that bullet out of the magazine?
I mean, the threes are the majority of the refinances. That's the starting number already. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like 3 and very, very low 4s, you know? And they're already back. I don't think that the banks will have to go down to like the 3.25%, like pretty much the floor of the floor, right? I just don't think that they have to go that low like they did before. But they're in the high 3s, which is bonkers.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So many people can save money. So many people can save money with what's going on right here now.
That's great.
I want to get some tips from you because a lot of people are going to be refinancing. A lot of people are going to be calling the Mortgage Geek to refinance.
Yeah.
What are some like locking tips? You know, like what's the best approach to take? Because I know the longer the lock, you know, you have to give up a little bit of rate. So if you can do a shorter term lock, right, that's better. But then you have to get your act together if you're the borrower. So how do you manage that piece of it?
So the structure of like a big surge, right, is, and I had a meeting yesterday with my team about it, and I want to help all the loan officers out there. Where you can actually lose a lot of your momentum is to try to contact too many people to get them interested, to start the application, to have too many paperwork coming in, and then you don't have time to actually lock what you actually said, because the market could go up a little bit, but it's still worthwhile. So what you really need to do, which is different than now, is when you actually have a borrower on the phone and they have committed to you, sit in the file a little bit longer, open title, open escrow, okay? Complete it. Lock the loan. Don't lock on a 25-day, you guys. If you lock on the initial lock on a 45-day instead of a 30-day or 25 in the mortgage banking in 40 days, it's all the same. you might only give up 10 basis points, okay? Just right in that initial lock, compared to if you blow the lock, then they might charge you 30 basis points for the same amount of 15 days. And it's because now you're extending instead of pre-locking based upon the 45 days because of how they're actually placing it. So my recommendation is everybody that's coming over and asking me for refinance, they're locked on a 45-day because essentially the pricing is almost the same.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't affect the rate.
It's only 10 basis points.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect
12
much.
basis. Yeah, exactly. So sit in the file. So like yesterday, I was sitting in the file a little bit longer. And you guys, I'm still doing the day-to-day activities of the loan officer as well. So, I duplicated their application. I sent them a very specific needs list of what I need. I locked the loan. I ordered the disclosures, knowing I said to the borrower, you have 7 days to get me these documents, but we're going to start the process so that you can finish successfully, so that we're not changing terms later on.
Nice. That's a very solid way to go about it, because the biggest issue that I see is that the borrowers don't understand the time frame.
They don't understand urgency.
Yeah, they don't realize. So you might be tempted as long as, they're gung-ho, they're ready to do this. Like,
I'm on the phone to the next. I'm on the phone to the next.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone to the next. No, you have to dedicate that much time for each person. Then you can close a large amount of transactions. If you just want to call, get as many people, you're going to fill your pipeline that will never close. I'm not lying to you. Or it's going to happen, you're going to extend, and the whole entire cost savings goes out the window. Don't do that.
yeah, you extend or you have to relock, worst case, right?
Yeah, correct.
And there's nothing worse than that. So get that good rate in at a longer period of time. That's when the money's the cheapest for you.
Yeah.
Right there on that good day. And I think we may see some really good, if I'm right, but the stock market going to have to take a breather. This is the 8th session. I didn't check it right
What did
before
it
we
open
started.
today?
Opened up 100. So this would be the
Like just shy of 27?
it's 26, middle 26s.
So crazy.
It's getting up. They're trying to
Yeah.
make a new all-time high, which was my prediction. They will make one more new all-time high before they turn against this thing. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm right, but that's my prediction. One more new all-time high. Get everyone nice and fat and happy. Now, if it does come in, we could see a lot of that money go into bonds, and you could see rates. It'll either cause rates to go down a little bit, or
I think it'll just go up a little bit.
they might go up a little bit.
Yeah.
But they could also hold. It could essentially take the brunt of what would have been a normal relaxation in the rates. Because normally what happens is the rates like spike low, and then they sort of relax back up
Correct.
a little bit. It could help hold them.
I apologize. They will probably actually go down a little bit. I apologize. I don't know why I said up. So I agree. I think the bonds, the
They
market's
could, if
gonna
it's a
go down.
capitulation,
Yeah,
if it's a
correct.
system-wide capitulation, because that happened last time, right? The correlation's not there right now.
Yeah, correlation's not there, but normally speaking, that'll go down too as well.
Yeah. Typically, the stock market goes down, money flows out of stocks into bonds, and it causes those coupons to go higher, and then the rates to go lower.
Absolutely.
And that's what Barry Habib was saying when I had him on the radio show a couple
He's
weeks
smart.
ago.
Yeah, I think he's the smartest guy.
As
to
far
listen
as
to.
mortgage markets, bond markets, stock
MBS,
market,
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
dude, he's got it dialed in. And what he was saying is, he said, I put my personal money into bonds looking for capital appreciation. He's buying those bonds that are already overpriced, in my opinion, at like 102. He's like, these might get to 103, 104, 105, short term. And I got my guaranteed, yield.
Yep.
So if I'm wrong,
What
I
is
just
the
hold
guaranteed
on.
yield on those? 4%, something like that.
Yeah, in the
no
3s,
tax.
4, 5.
No tax.
Yeah, you could, dude. You
Yeah.
can buy corporate bonds right now. There's a bunch of junk bonds you can get for super high rates. 6, 7, 8%. You can make on those. There's just like good bonds. Like I would buy bonds with companies that have tons of cash, like Apple. Buy Apple bonds. You get a 30-year Apple bond for like 4%. 4%.
That's not going anywhere.
So you're guaranteed
4%.
4%.
Yeah.
But if you get the capital appreciation, which is what he's banking on in the short term, then you can flip the bond and make money just like that with no risk. That's what he's doing. That's some smart stuff.
It would be hard to. I'm not that technical, so it would be hard for me to understand that. Like, I have to stay in my swim lane.
He's the mortgage geek, y'all.
I gotta
Not the stock
say,
geek.
yeah. If you walk into my office with like the 4 screens and everything, people would think that I'm doing that, but I'm not. I'm just taking a lot of applications.
That's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
the great tips for locking though, and this is something that borrowers should know. Hey guys, if you have not looked at interest rates, if you have not done a mortgage checkup, If you haven't evaluated your opportunity to save money, the refinance boom is here, and the Mortgage Geek is ready to help you save your hard-earned cash. So make sure you share this video with your friends, make them smarter than everyone else, and when you need a loan, call the Mortgage Geek, Sean Cahan. Thanks, guys.